Morning greetings to everyone. This is the power of healing with Dr. Tabi ngowekhethelo. Inkubela abayihlabe ngamanxeba abakhule ngezinyawo indaba ezitha amaqhawe amakhulu. So today I'm going to talk about a very misconceptualized subject in spirit Iñzuza. Okay, and why I'm saying it's been misconceptualized, because there's a lot of theories that people are coming with and a lot of explanations without facts that are coming from abantu. And so for me now, I thought, let me do this so to clarify some of the things. I was initiated by Iñzuza spirit, guys, and a lot of things that I'm hearing basically is just theory of what people think, and a lot of people dismissing some of izinto that they hear because they don't know, they don't have knowledge of. So if you don't have knowledge of something, don't dismiss it because wena awuphiwa ngaleyo nto or awudlulanga kuyo. Don't dismiss it. You don't know, guys. So yeah, so I said to some people on YouTube that I will ask for permission to do this video, because Iñzuza is a very sacred, not secret, sacred spirit, and I'll explain later. It's a very sacred spirit. So yonkinto, if you can notice, and somebody would say, but you can just wear everything. It's a very sacred spirit that you there's a lot of respect that comes with it. There's a lot of boundaries, there's a lot of regulations, there's a lot of things, do's and don'ts that you have to follow through. So as we are self-initiating, for us that process is an everyday learning classroom. Okay, anywhere you are, it's a learning curve. It's learning throughout. So it is not something that ongahamba your initiator and then afterwards you're done. There's no done in this land of spirit, right? Ukula njalo with a lot of different things. So I had to go ask for permission as promised. Guys, and Logogo is very strict in some of the things. I want to show you something. When I was busy with preparation and with everything I was being told, this is what happened. So you see, this is like the number of pages that I had to do, that I had to go through, and I had to rewrite this flip chart, just to show you that there's a lot that you don't understand, and merely because you don't have the experience. So what I'm going to be talking about is my experience with it, my journey. Okay, so for now I'm going to do a video about the spirit itself and the characteristics and behavioral traits that we have as abantu who were initiated by Iñzuza, or an Iñzuza child, or the characteristics of someone with Iñzuza spirit. Guys, I'm not sure about how it is done ngedlozi, angithwasanga through idlozi no gobela, so I don't know, and I will explain that fact as well. So angazi ukuthi bona procedure yabo nama characteristics wabo ahamba kanjani, but mina ngizokhuluma in terms of abantwana bomoya benzuza, right? And as much as I would like ukuthi ngikhulume nge origin yayo, guys, I think there are things that we shouldn't speculate on, and there are mysteries that we have to leave to God and not try to find ukuthi sizama ukuyichaza, because now we want to study it through science, and it's not going to help us. This is a very unique mystical spirit, and its uniqueness is beyond us, guys. Okay, so hence I said, guys, ngizofunda man a lot of things, because I have to remember a lot of things. So guys, I just want to mention this, and it's something that I had to start with because I know it's going to come up as isikhathi sihamba, people will question. So I just want to clarify it first. Does the spirit, does my albinism have anything to do with Iñzuza spirit? No, guys. Just as in any other calling, you are called because you were chosen for the purpose. You were chosen for the calling. It does not come with because albinism. And the reason why people think, or people now use albinism with for rituals, sorry, is because guys, I just want to mention this, as you hear me sometimes in Tula, it's because I'm trying to get the message that I'm getting from the spirit's guide, ne? So the reason why people use abantu with albinism for rituals is that in African countries, not like South Africa, this is a new concept for us. In other African countries, when they found out about the spirit of Iñzuza, they, because this mystical creature itself comes in a very glossy, beautiful skin, and as it changes color, they associated it with albinism. So initially, ezi trainwe abantu abadala, when they were trained and this creature or the spirit was explained to them, by linker to a person with albinism. It's not like that, guys. Mina, I often say to my clients, and I often say to people, you use me for rituals and you use me for a ritual, I'm going to be that slim. I would say young totally slim, and I'm like, because we don't want to get knowledge, we don't want to research, we don't want to investigate. Because we want schemes that as a benefit manje, guys. So we please do respect abantu with albinism. Doesn't mean we are as everybody else, guys. If we get a calling, we get a calling because you are a human being like anybody else, not because of your condition. Okay, so that's one thing I just said I must really clarify, guys. Secondly, why is it that umuntu whom we say has been initiated or is self-initiated? Because we are self-initiated through the guidance of the spirit. It guides you. How does it guide you, guys? And it doesn't mean we have to go sit emanzini. I was initiated through a dream by the spirit. I'm not going to go into details about the initiation, secret, but every day for us, what we watch, what we listen to, what has to be some sort of learning for us, and I'll come to it later on again, has to be some yonke into empilweni yethu. It's not just one day, yonke into. Okay, it is a platform to train you. It is initiation for you. So the things we learn as we read books, as we study, as for me now, it has to have this meaning. Okay, and through experience and self-realization. So Iñzuza is a self-realization and meaning spirit. You need to realize who you are. So what it does is that you go through, ifike ingene or choose you and leave you for specific time to do your life thing. Okay? Go do your life thing. Or let's say in my case, where I had to start with other spirits like umdawu, then it gave that chance to say, okay, awuthi labang bayeke bathu ukudlala indima yabo kancane. So before ngizoqhubeka futhi, another thing that I was meant to say, and I'm remembering now. Why do we say we don't need abogobela, guys? Through initiation, for initiation, and we are self-initiated. Iñzuza in itself is ugobela, or tina singogobela by ourselves. Let me say that Why do I say that? Abantu who have been chosen by the Spirit itself, they are either mentors, leaders, they are in management, but they possess a certain leadership quality, or they possess a lot of leadership qualities in them. So you would find them in leadership, in forums and everything else, because natural born gobelas, guys. Another thing I just want to mention also is that why is it Iñzuza? Iñzuza, I heard somebody saying Iñzuza is at the top of the hierarchy. So why do we say it's at the top of the hierarchy? Not the hierarchy per se, like, you know, stairs, but Iñzuza, in water or underwater, or there are certain goddesses. There are 7 goddesses, guys. Underwater, there are 7 goddesses. And then within the 7, Iñzuza is the 7th, which is now at the center. So if you know a zodiac sign, at the center of that 7, number 7, because it possesses the powers of all these goddesses. So it is a goddess, and as I've mentioned, I don't want to go into details kakhulu ngayo because it's sacred, but it is a goddess and it governs all these 6 goddesses. Okay, that is why, and Coco said I mustn't go into it, your formation. That is why it was shinja into different forms, and it's got some, and why does it have these similarities? Because iyakwazi ukuzenza inkanyambi, iyakwazi ukuzenza imemade. So hence I'm saying there are 6 goddesses, guys. Yeah, self-realization and meaning. So what it wants is for you to understand who you are. And how do I mean by that? You would go through certain things in life, and you would achieve a lot and lose it all, just for you because it has to have meaning with you. So if you lose it, and why hamba lendlela, or mhlambe did your own things, mase iziveza kuwe, mase iqala the process yokuziveza ukuthi wena ubani, you're going to lose a lot of things. And as iziveza, it's not ukuthi ikshiyile, and then when it chose you yakshiya, it chooses you later on between the age of 18 years. So it's late teen to your late 20s. It will show itself to you by means of initiation, in a dream, and as you see it, the first time you see it, you're constantly going to see it in different colors, in different forms. Also, another thing, this is a holy and pure spirit. It's a holy and pure spirit. Ayihlangani ne darkness at all. If you're going to be a healer, you heal, or if you are a healer, there's certain times you're given certain times to heal. There's certain times you do things. You don't do it. Our sense is into in darkness, because this is not a spirit of darkness. This spirit, ayihlangani nezinto eziningi. I heard somebody saying, bathini, is it amakubalo or something, akona, the herbs and that are mixed with umuti, no, amakobongo, yeah, amakobongo wakhona, amanzi, guys, nemitha ihlangani. I'm saying this, and I did a video about that. Lento ayilashwa ngalutho. Okay, hence I said angazi ukuthi abantu bedlozi bayimanage kanjani. And I also do want to say, guys, the spirit, ukufemba, is natural. For us, ukufemba, you do it out. It's called astral traveling in English, out of body experience, ukufemba. And now I'll do a video about that, of differentiating in nature, how to do it like naturally. So you do it naturally, that out of body experience. So I will explain the dangers of it as well, as I'll do a video and explain the dangers of ukfemba as well, in a space where it is natural angazi about le yedlozi, but when in my space, what are the dangers and what you have to be very conscious of when you went to Femba. So that's what I wanted to speak about. And then I didn't want to touch on characteristics that are mentioned by a lot of people who've done research first, because it will seem like I'm a copycat, so I'm copying a lot of things. So I just want to mention as well, when it comes to females who who possess the spirit, we do not give birth naturally. Like, we don't do a normal birth. You usually would go for a C-section. I've got 2 kids, C-section, both of them, never breastfeeded. So it's most of us, guys, not all of us. So everything is most of us. We don't experience the same symptoms and the same signs. And I'm talking about me now, how I experienced it. Didn't breastfeed, and even at giving birth in a C-section, I never felt pain. So you don't feel pain. However, we do have a problem of anemia. Okay, we are anemic. So there is this term that doctors use. It's when they check for HB in your blood and it's very low. So you would constantly see that BPA2 is very low. It's for mine is forever under. It's either 1.9 over 76 or something, but those are the scales that we get. And then also, the spirit does not overstep boundaries, guys. As I said, this is a very grounded spirit when it comes to culture, tradition, prayer, boundaries. Prayer and boundaries, it's very cultural and very traditional, and it sticks to Inteyiyo. Okay? And then also, as I've mentioned, the initiation is between the ages of 18 and late teen and 29. So between 18 and 29, you will have signs of initiation. You will dream about it. You will have, but mostly in dreams. You do go through the initiation in a dream, and I did that. It's very okay. I spoke about wisdom, ne? I spoke about wisdom, and I spoke and as meaning it has to be meaningful, and also it comes with wisdom. The spirit comes with you in a lot of wisdom. You would find yourself saying things in every subject that you speak about. There's wisdom. You have knowledge. We are super smart in such a way that I often say to my kids, I'm not sure whether I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, but because it's like answers comes to you just like that. You've got solutions to things, you've got advice to things, you've got and that becomes very unique, because in a lot of times it's sort of I used to believe when understanding I believed like I controlled the universe, because why is it that I'm able to think things in a certain way and they happen just like that? So yeah. And now, as I said, Iñzuza is a sacred spirit in terms of spirituality, but not a secret spirit in terms of its nature. Because it comes in different forms. Iyazithanda because yinhle. Okay? It's a beautiful spirit. So often you would get umuntu ona the spirit who possesses the spirit uyayithanda. For us, color and sequences, like everything is like, your wife wow factor. Everything has to go together, whether it's sequence, whether it's the clothes. We love clothes, we love beautiful things, and the clothes has to go with accessories and all of that. We are perfectionists in that way, that the color has, if you take a ninja, to understand. And I've heard people saying in terms of flowers, yes, we love flowers, I love color of flowers, but I'm not a plant person. And this is because, as I've said before, so plants, I'm not really a plant person. I used to say to people, when you buy me flowers, buy me chocolates. Do you understand? It is a very, like, it loves jewelry, it loves gems, it loves stones, it loves, so that's one of the things that you should actually take notice of. It relates best, guys, with children. I don't want to lie to you. When it comes to umntwana wami, we just we are there. If we have to help you, if we have to, you just leave everything. You leave everything, because we relate more with kids, and this is because the Spirit chooses you from a very young age. So when it comes to umntwana, it's just like anything that touches a child, you know what, it's you become something else. And then arguments and conflicts, guys, we are very peaceful and humble people. Asithandulwa, okay? And if you're going to come with that attitude, we just leave the space for you. As much as we are very 150% confident, because the Spirit comes with that. It's 150 confidence, but not arrogant, and definitely not with an ego. Asizazisi, asiphakamisi. Guys, as this is one of the Spirit engathi mina, as powerful as it is, ayizazisi, it's always humble, it's always selfless, and sometimes to a point where when you possess this, you feel like, yes, but this is getting too much because I'm being misunderstood. And yet again, it calms you down, because you cannot do anything. You are a peacemaker, you are a healer, you are holy, you are pure. So I often say to people, guys, I'm a medium and I'm a shaman, and if I have to be rude like you are rude to me, I'm going to crush you, because I know more than what you know about yourself. So I know your spirit, I know your soul, so I will crush you. So that's that is one of the things that's a bit of a disadvantage, because abantu bayakuhlukumeza and you can't hlukumeza back. Do you understand? People will abuse you, people will treat you like nothing, and you can't reciprocate the same lento to them, and it's very, very, very painful. So yeah, and then hence I said it's very proud in its nature, but not egotistic, and definitely not proud, and not like arrogant. Just even if you, like, with even if you uza with your arrogance, I just turn off, guys. It's a turn off for us. Iñzuza, when you has to come to you, it comes to you. You don't go to it. You dream uyayiphupha or isiveze kuwe, it comes to you. Awuyilandi wena. And why is this? It's because even the gifts that you are it's going to give, it gives you gifts, a lot of gifts, and the gifts that it gives to you are things that people will see as it gives sentimental gifts. Everything with it has to have a sentimental value. Just like when I have to do something for someone, it has, whether it's advice or help, it has to have sentimental value. We don't have iska to faff around and do meaningless things. So I think that is one of the traits that people find boring, because I get bored when I have to do something just for the sake of doing it. Do you understand? It has to have meaning, and it has to have value. So even with friendship, it has to have value. It has to have the friends that you keep. And we don't have much friends. I'm lying. We are very isolated people, or like we enjoy our own space. But yeah. So when it comes to that, guys, surprises, and So it loves surprises and offerings. Ne? It loves surprises and offerings most of the time. So if you are one of those people who possess the spirit, you're going to find it difficult because there are offerings that you have to do to it, and mangabuyenza certain important rituals or certain important prayers. So iyawathanda shem lawo ma offerings lawo. Where am I? Oh, yeah. And it is, and as I've said, as mauzoyenza lama rituals lawo, because we are water people, it's very strict on your calling and your gift. When it comes to that, as much as ningakwenza konke, when it comes to things that involve the calling and the gift, guys, I would choose the calling and the gift over you. That is just standard, okay? Because this is a very unique and very blissful spirit that we have. Does not get jealous, guys, and offended. So we're not easily jealous and offended by things. So if you're going to try and offend me, I just switch off, guys. Eyes and attraction. Eyes attraction. So a lot of people get attracted to our eyes, guys, and I'm not sure why. And I wish I could show you my eyes, but nah. So I'm not sure why. Like it brings that, it's got this beautiful thing. It changes personalities, and with the change of personality, it's usually misunderstood or confusing to other people. So people would try to it will try to understand your nature or your personality or your character, and you can't. We change. So I often say to people, don't say you know me, aungazi, because the spirit itself changes, and the reason why, there's a reason why it changes, and I change as I go along. So yeah, very playful and naughty. As much as we are very playful, we are very naughty. We've got a sense of humor, and that is why we attract a lot of strangers and friends, because we seem as these, we are, not we seem, but we are these people that a person would see and say, you know what, lo muntu angangisiza, guys. Heat wave and hands and okay, I want to talk about the heat wave, right? So as you go through the initiation, there's certain things that associate you with the, so there's certain things that you come uzanazo. Like, first of all, you feel heat easily. So even if banda when we are shisa, like, and sometimes you don't even know why, but and people will say it's hormones, and believe me, I spoke to the doctors, there's nothing wrong with my hormones, but the heat is just, and the heat gets you to go to the water, because we always have to, we have this relationship namanzi. So the heat itself will make you often visit ugeza amanzi. Lento ithanda ugeza, guys, you nje yazithanda. So you would feel, and I said it does have similarities to other spirits. So heat will cause you to go, and even if you stress, for me to distress, mangivulela amanzi nje, like usually I would open a tap and just to feel the flow. Impopom, imvula, the sound of that makes your life easy. Like you get, we are peaceful people, so you get inner peace just from a sound. Yeah, man. Sorry about this. And our hands, guys. Ayikinte ugly njengezandla zethu. My hands are just, I don't know. So I used to question it, right, as a teenager. Why do my hands look old? And like they look like they have scales, so I don't know if you see it. They look like they have hands. Angazi, I think manje sewaqamula ukuba mahle nyana. Hey man, bewanginye indlela. Looks like they have a sequence of some sort at the back, and it's just at manje futhi was smooth. Yo, they used to be like dry, okay. And we are lovers of things. Because we are lovers of things beautiful, not material per se, like big houses, cars, no. we are lovers of things. So small things like your jewelry, your clothes. So I call us collectors. Okay, we collect. Into masithandile, we collect it. If we rogul tandido zoba na in color, nama color difference, but same thing. So yeah. Remember, guys, I said this is my experience. This is the characteristics that I found out about myself within this process with the spirit. So yeah, we are perfectionists, right? We are perfectionists because everything has to be done to the T. Do you understand? And any sign of a failure for us is a demotivator. So if I have to plan for something, and or maybe let's say I'm baking a cake, you get frustrated because we are too perfect. We are perfectionists, guys. It's scary. And once you get into that point of a failure and you're like, the energy vibration is just gone. But as we are not and never late planners, we just don't plan, isn't it? Everything has to be done in time. So if I have to be doing a party, guys, in March, I'm planning the party from December. You're buying things from December, and that's who we are. So low eyesight, and a lot of people will say to me it's because of your albinism, but I also discovered also that because of the dreams and the visions and the sleepless nights, because we are very light sleepers, and I went to doctors just for that, and they couldn't even give me a proper diagnosis. I'm a light sleeper. We are awake even when we are sleeping. So whatever that you say, because we attract energy, because we see beyond what people see, we have low eyesight, and reason is because we don't use our natural eyes. It's mostly the third eye that we use in most cases. You use the gift. We use the gift in most aspects more than anything else. So yeah, and with using the gift also, it's easy to attract certain energies from the universe. We are very impatient, guys. When we want something, we are just very impatient. If we want something, if I see something, guys, it has to happen today or tomorrow, but it has to happen now. We are now people, like, not like in 3 months. No, we are very short-tempered in terms of what we want. Not short-tempered. I had this thing. Not short-tempered to people. Not short-tempered to people, but short-tempered to the things we want, because this is a goddess. This spirit has there's most authority, if I should say that, has most of authority over things. Okay, it is an, why do I have to wait? I mean, I possess this power to bring the thing to me. Okay, it takes care of you, basically, no matter how bad things go, because things go. Yeah, he's open summer flames, but if you going to lose things, I'm telling you, no, I don't care how much you have, you are going to go down to zero to acknowledge it and embrace it. What did I leave behind? There's a lot. So I said even the gifts that you get, guys, does come from it. So people will often give you gifts, and you would not understand then when they give you gifts, but it usually is gifts, and especially if it's gifts that you're going to have to use in future, you're going to get them from people, and it's a foreign spirit, because it's a foreign spirit, guys. You would associate with everybody. Doesn't matter color, race, but you are going to going to associate yourself with everybody. As much as it's isolation when it comes to other things, it's isolation because we keep to ourselves at home. But when you go out there, you just shine. We get bored by routine. We get bored by routine. I'm not a routine person, so I get bored and I feel like I'm redoing stuff. But we, like, under pressure. If I have ukuthi ngisize umuntu manje, I size umuntu manje. I have to do it now. Don't tell me. So it becomes very difficult as well, because when you are in this energy space and abantu bagu this energy space and to meet each other, like, it's a bit of a challenge. I spoke about this. So the spirit is really not attracted by monetary stuff, guys. What I mean is that, like, cars, and that is why it's easy for it to ithathe into ithathe zonke lezi zinto that you've acquired, that the assets, or that you think that the things that are dear to your heart, that you think that I've acquired, and it's easy for it to ithathe because it is not about monetary stuff to them, or to them. And I'm correct because it's ugogolo, and I'm sorry if I'm offending, but yeah, monetary stuff, as much as it loves beautiful things, it has to be things of sentimental value, as I've said. So if you're going to associate imali, and because it's not an arrogant spirit, we develop the arrogance in our attitude when we acquire izinto elifini, and that is why izokuthathela, because now you are beyond what you are supposed to be. You understand? Also, sorry, we in our life, everything has to balance. So everything has to balance. And as I've mentioned before, the 6 points of zodiac sign, everything has to balance according to ngalendlela that sign is, because remember, this thing here, it's at the center. So yonkinto, all the vibrations have to come together. We are universe people, guys. And as I've mentioned to you, anything eyenzeka kuwe has to balance with the energies and the vibrations. And so yeah, Tina, we nature and us are just like number one, like friends. A lot of people say we are neat freaks. Yes, we are, in terms of cleaner. We are neat freaks. Everything has to be in a certain manner, a certain way, and you get offended when you get, sorry, not offended, but annoyed when umuntu azoyibeka ngendlela e. But at the same time, izinto sizenza ngesikhathi sethu. We are definitely not morning people. Not morning people, guys. Even if I have to go to the water, I'm just not a morning person. So I don't go to the water in the morning. We are not like people pleasers. Hence I said we are self-caring and self-entertaining, Tina. We don't. You never get bored with you. That time, that peaceful time, we are self-caring, and I mean we are like, we are zlungisa your skin, you know, and we are self-entertaining. And nothing would, or I would do things that entertain me by myself. So we are analytics, guys. We analyze as much as we see what you don't see about yourself. I know you from A to Z. As soon as I meet you, as soon as I meet you, or my eyes are on you, I know you. I know you from A to Z. So I know you from your toes to your head. I know who's inside you. I know, and that that's one of the things that I enjoy, the spiritual assessments that I do, because you get to know someone before they even say anything, before they lie. And sometimes you find that people lie to you ngezinto, okay, that they go through. Guys, we know. I know you lying to me before you tell me that's a lie. The spirit will tell me usangena ukuthi uzoqamba amanga lo, because uzoshilda some of the things. So that is why I say to people, when you want to come and do a reading, know that I'm going to know everything. Okay? And I did speak about being peaceful and humble. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm not sure if I've missed something, but please, as I said before, let's not dismiss izinto esingazazi because we're saying that aziko. The coldness on our feet, guys, our feet are forever. As much as there's the heat in our body due to the initiation, also the coldness of the feet, like it's very crazy. My feet, you touch them, they are cold. So there's this one thing very important I wanna share. I spoke about color, I spoke about sequence. Now we graduate, and I had to ask permission to do this video because I'm still preparing for my graduation. So we do graduate. Now kune zinto efika ivezwe abantu they will show you there's this pika sobu profit, there's this pika sobu ngoma, there's this pika samakhosi. Iñzuza nayo inesipika, and this you get through a dream. I got this, and for it's part of your graduation. You've met certain requirements, of you've met or you've gone through your journey. You because lento le izokuvezela yonke into ngayo. As it starts iqala iziveza kuwe, iveza yonke into amaqiniso ngawe. So it will show you the truth, your true self. Now you become ukuzopuma, your true you, do you understand, comes out. And when this true you comes out, that's when you reach a point where everything will get delayed. You are ready for indlela yakho, and you are ready for your new beginning. Even if it's like your past was a bit messed up, you graduate from it. And it's pika sakona, guys. It is depending on the dream, it's black, ne? And why is it black? Why it's a spirit of color, but it's black? Because of this being a spirit of color, because of the awareness that of its beauty. When it comes to spirituality, it lays low. It's selfless, it's humble. So isiphika si black, but kunemihlobiso ethize efika ifuneke kuso, and kunamanye the black is your base, and then bese yakubonisa yona how it wants the sequence of the other side. So it's got two sides, right? So I'm hoping I will do questions, but I can't show you mine. As I said, I don't think ukuthi ngivumelekile, but in a sort of, it works a lot with certain sequences, certain beads. Okay, and I've heard with people about Svanedlosi that it's got certain beads, and for me now, a lot of my gifts are usually Asian, foreign, sorry, not foreign, but African beads. Or so it's not necessarily lawafana nobungoma. For me, my gifts are totally different. The beads that I wear are totally different, and there's a reason why, because ugogo is very just unique in how I do things is totally different, and let's not question, guys. It is a very diverse and very cultural, in terms of a lot of cultures, spirit, And I do hope, I think the part that I got to discover who I was, the part that I had to, the self-realization that I had to go through and to get to this point, for me is beautiful. And there's something that I feel like I've missed out. Okay, I think also you must understand, we share a lot in such a way that we share. The spirit nje iyanika iyaphana abantu noma ngabe ungasafuna ukupha, you just give. And sometimes you'd like, later on my kids would be like, so why did you give it? I'm like, I don't know. So it's very sharing. And empathy as well. I don't want to say it wrong. It's lungless. Empathy, we are very we feel, guys, what other people feel. And this is because also the third eye, we feel what you feel. Even if I have to go to a space. That is why it isolates us. You go to this ndawo or you go to work and you are drained by the energies, or because omunye umuntu uyagula and all of that, and you feel even the sicknesses, and it's very scary. And if you don't know how to control it, iyakulimaza, to understand. I had to keep myself active or ngama supplements all the time before I understood what was going on. And yeah, so I do hope I helped you a lot, and I've explained a lot, and I've shed some light and insight into the topic itself. So guys, let us not dismiss it until we learn about it. And I am going to do a video about my journey and the things I've experienced, maybe into depth, and just the things that I've experienced. And but it's phenomenal. I don't want to lie to you. I went through pain, but I feel like the pain was worth it for this discovery, for what I am now and what I see coming. I'm very grateful, and I don't know. So ngiyabonga nje kusalukazi singivumele ukuthi ngenze le video, and the patience the spirit had, up until I embraced it, ngazithola ukuthi ngubani, the patience. I'm very grateful for it. And guys, I hope you guys embrace it as well, and do not be discouraged that you are self-initiates. And I remember I spoke about secretive. The spirit is secretive. It's sacred in terms of the rituals and that has to be done, and regulations that had to be followed, and not overstepping boundaries. But in its nature, with the confidence, we are not supposed to be secretive people, guys. Yes, ama gift ezangokuhlukana, yes, ama callings azangokuhlukana, and nothing is sacred if you're not doing izinto wrong. You understand? Nothing is sacred. I mean, if you have to tell people the truth, we are not sharing izinto beyond what we should share, guys. And there are things that we don't share. There are things that, believe me, we don't share. And there's reasons why sometimes we are told to share this. Sometimes we share into because it has to help someone else who's going through the same thing. So it's not good just because we are out there telling people the truth, asizhloniphi or asihloniphi into esinayo. We do. We are guided to say things, to open up to some of the things, because the world itself needs healing. We need to heal the world, not only ourselves, not only understand ourselves, but we the calling, we have been called for the purpose of healing other people, guys. And I am so grateful that I'm in this journey with you, and you are so lucky because you guys get to see those things on YouTube. We had to find things ourselves. You relied on certain things to help you out. And so the visions you see, guys, the dreams you see, ask, and tola abantu that your instinct, because this also, the spirit comes with instinct and intuition. Ask ebantwini abazokusiza to say, yes, good, I'm feeling this and this and this. And even the dreams, don't just say ngibona inyoka. Yenzani thini? Because it dream is not just about what you're seeing, one thing that you see. Iphupho nephupho liyakhuluma, and I will go into dreams some other time or on one of my videos. I'm promising a lot. But yeah, so guys, I do appreciate your presence and wanting to learn about this, and I hope I have shared, or I've opened your eyes to a lot of things. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. See you next time.